My dear child, open your heart fully to what I am about to share. This is not merely a caution, it represents the true reason why the next 3 days are vital to your entire journey. An unseen shift has occurred, so subtle that you may not have sensed it, yet someone else has. A truth about you, one that was never intended for their ears, has come to light. The energy surrounding you has become tense, as if time itself is pausing to observe your next actions. You might perceive life as usual, yet a quiet and intense twist is unfolding, one that your own spirit is starting to recognize without fully grasping its significance. Your name has been mentioned in a sphere you have yet to enter. And the implications of this revelation could upend everything you think you know about yourself. Listen carefully, as this moment marks the onset of a truth that has long been kept from you. Someone whom you believed would never pay attention, track, or scrutinize your existence has suddenly become aware of something concealed within you. They have unearthed evidence of your true self, or rather, of the person you are evolving into. This discovery is not trivial, it is profound, leaving them astonished and seeking confirmation of its authenticity. What they found was a detail about you that should have remained hidden, revealing a strength, a destiny, a potential unfolding quietly until the right moment. However, that moment has arrived prematurely, and this individual is moving with unexpected urgency. You can feel the shift in the air. Someone is preparing to communicate, question, or confront you, driven by their newfound knowledge. As time progresses, understand that the next 72 hours hold greater significance than the preceding 7 years of your life combined. The information they unearthed has drastically altered their perception of you, inciting a turmoil of curiosity and disbelief that prevents them from relaxing or ignoring the situation. They now realize that you are not who they believed you to be, prompting them into action. They are seeking further validation from others. Analyzing your words, silence, and behaviors. Unbeknownst to you, you have entered a pivotal moment of destiny, where every action you take will either unveil the truth or protect it until its rightful unveiling. However, you are not the only one under scrutiny. While one individual discovered this truth, 2 others have sensed it too, one of whom holds ulterior motives. This is where the stakes rise. The truth they uncovered is not dangerous but rather precious and powerful, a revelation that threatens some while awakening others. They have come to realize that you possess a gift, a burgeoning potential that could redirect the course of your life. Perhaps it was an unauthorized document, an intercepted message, your name linked to something thought to belong to someone else, eavesdropped information, or a conversation about you delivered in an unfamiliar tone. Whatever it was, it unearthed a reality that has placed you at the core of someone's attention. In the coming 3 days, something will converge upon you, around you, or emerge because of you. What has been concealed is rising to the surface, and the one who discovered this truth is poised for action. They are not overlooking this, they are carefully planning, observing. It is time to listen with sharpened awareness because your narrative is no longer in waiting, it is about to unfold. Within this imminent time frame, the individual who unveiled your truth may reach out to you, disclose information, confess something, alert someone, or attempt to grasp the connection of this truth to you. Anticipate a heightened awareness. You will observe those around you acting differently, someone studying you with greater intensity than before, and an unexplainable tension in the atmosphere. This is the result of someone realizing that you are more significant, impactful, and chosen than they previously acknowledged. The universe is realigning itself to safeguard you, to prepare you, and to place you where you need to be when the truth finally reveals itself. Stay with me because what follows will illuminate everything. The moment that individual recognized your truth, their behavior shifted dramatically. They paused to reevaluate what they thought they knew about you, and in doing so, everything crystallized for them. They comprehended that this was not happenstance or a mere detail, but a sign pointing directly to you. Since that realization, a peculiar pressure has formed around your name. You may not perceive it yet, but movement is occurring behind the scenes. People are quietly discussing you, revisiting your past choices, scrutinizing your recent actions. They are compelled by the truth they discovered, which connects you to a crossroads you were not meant to encounter yet. The intensity escalates because the individual who first uncovered this truth is no longer alone. They have enlisted the help of another, someone experienced who can interpret the nuances that others might overlook. The moment they shared their findings regarding you, a wave of feelings arose: disbelief, curiosity, concern, and a critical question. Do you comprehend the implications of this revelation? The truth they reveal does not merely disclose your identity, it lays bare a pathway you are destined to traverse, a transformation you must activate, a role awaiting your engagement. It indicates that a facet of your destiny has been set in motion prematurely. Consequently, these individuals now seek to determine whether you are cognizant of this or if you are unwittingly marching toward a turning point that is approaching swiftly. They are observing you, attentively waiting for a sign that your energy shifts, for at that moment, everything will alter. The tension escalates, for in the next 3 days, they plan to take action, a move that will either expose what they have discovered or prompt another to confront you about it first. You may receive a peculiar message, a call from an unexpected source, or encounter someone gazing at you for longer than usual. You might hear your name mentioned in contexts where it typically wouldn't be. These occurrences will not be coincidental, they will reflect reactions to the truth they have found. That truth connects deeply to your identity, it unveils a hidden potential. A bond, a document, a choice, secret admiration, an unforeseen elevation, or even a role you were unknowingly designated for. Someone is now aware that if this truth is revealed prematurely, it could jeopardize the plans of those wishing to hinder your ascent. This explains the sharpened energy around you, the heavy air, and the rapid appearance of signs. You are entering a moment where the universe is advancing you while someone else struggles to catch up with the reality of your identity. Pay close attention, for the universe demands your focus in these next 3 days. Protect your energy, safeguard your conversations, and remain alert to unforeseen changes. Heed sudden intuitive urges. You may feel drawn to certain environments while being repelled from others. That is not mere chance, it is alignment, steering you away from those who fear your truth and towards those who will support your rise when the revelation unfolds. You may experience heightened emotions, spiritual awareness, mental clarity, or an uncharacteristic restlessness. These sensations signify that your spirit is aware that something is on the horizon. Whatever it may be, whether a confession, confrontation, message, or unforeseen insight, it will alter your path. Remain grounded, vigilant, and focused. The next 3 days will challenge your strength, yet they will simultaneously unveil your power. Remember, you are being alerted not because something negative is imminent but because something substantial is approaching. A transformation, a revelation, a truth awaits. This discovery has accelerated the timeline of your destiny. The universe is urging you to remain present, aligned, and composed. For when the realization dawns upon you, when the individual emerges, when the message is delivered, and when the unforeseen moment unfolds, you will grasp the significance of the past 3 days. You will comprehend why it was essential to protect your energy and how the revelation of your true self created an irreversible chain reaction. It is imperative that you listen carefully now. As the events surrounding you have evolved to a point where nothing appears random anymore. Since that individual unearthed your truth, they have been unable to find peace. Their thoughts incessantly loop back to the same questions. How did I overlook this? How long has this been true? And what will happen if it becomes known? They are agitated, not because the truth poses danger, but because it is more profound than they anticipated. They believed they knew you, that they understood your narrative. However, their discovery has shattered their assumptions and compelled them to see your true worth, role, and ascendance. Now, they are apprehensive that others may learn of this truth before they can decide how to respond. This is why the energy around you feels more constricted, why you sense unseen eyes upon you, and why your intuition warns that someone is scrutinizing you more closely than before. You are standing on the precipice of a revelation that will send ripples through every connection associated with your name. Yet, it is crucial to note that the individual who discovered your truth is not the only one affected by this energy. Another individual, someone who has quietly observed you all along, is now sensing this shift. They can feel the tension, the movement, the unusual focus surrounding you. Although they do not yet know the details, they perceive that something significant has come to light. This second person is more intuitive, strategic, and emotionally invested than the first. While the initial person is in shock, the second person is curious. As the first hesitates, the second investigates. Consequently, you are not merely being observed, you are being scrutinized. Every statement you make, every silence you maintain, every action you take is being analyzed as they strive to comprehend why the energy around you has altered so dramatically. Soon, one of them will make a misstep, either by indirectly or directly conveying that they possess knowledge about you that you have not shared. The pressure will intensify because the truth they uncovered is now impossible for them to forget or disregard. It challenges their beliefs, plans, and decisions, forcing them to reevaluate everything related to you. In fact, someone close to them has already posed the question they dread: are you certain this information about that person is accurate? This question now lingers in their mind like an urgent warning, drawing them back to the moment of discovery. They are grappling with whether to inform you, conceal it from you, or divulge it to someone else. Yet, the more they deliberate, the more the universe presents signs that this revelation was destined to surface at this time, part of a broader shift in your destiny, one that is not a mere coincidence. As a result, rather than calming down, they are becoming restless, emotional, and unpredictable. This emotional turbulence is poised to manifest prominently over the next 3 days in unmistakable ways. Here lies the twist that will bring clarity to everything. The truth they have discovered about you does not merely impact your life, it also alters theirs. It transforms their role in your narrative, reshaping their responsibilities, choices, emotions, and intentions. They are beginning to realize that, if they postpone acting, someone else might intervene. They understand that admitting this truth could liberate them, while concealing it could ensnare them. They recognize that delaying action could obliterate the chance to amend matters before it is too late. This burgeoning awareness accounts for the heightened energy and the sensations of an invisible pull you are experiencing, accompanied by the simultaneous presence of an ending and a new beginning. You are at the center of a moment that will redefine how certain individuals interact with you. Embrace this fully, for the coming 3 days do not herald a countdown to fear but rather a countdown to truth. A truth that will either draw someone closer to you or push them away. This truth will elucidate who has been genuine, who has been deceitful, who has been observant, and who has been secretive. Prepare to witness unexpected reactions, communications, silences, abrupt appearances, unusual dialogues, or individuals attempting to gauge your awareness. Such signs will not be random, they will stem from a desire to process the truth they have uncovered about you, a truth potent enough to affect multiple lives simultaneously. Let me delve deeper because what is unfolding around you is not merely a shift, it is a pervasive ripple effect that is impacting those who were never meant to be involved. The individual who discovered your truth believed they could contain it, process it in solitude. Yet, the weight of their discovery has become too burdensome to keep silent. Their demeanor has altered, their tone has shifted, their presence is noteworthy. Others around them have begun to take note, raising inquiries about their apparent distraction, overthinking, and excessive verification concerning you. Although they attempted to deflect, their eyes betrayed them, revealing their internal turmoil. Now, another person suspects that something about you has been revealed, and this suspicion is cascading more rapidly than they anticipated. This acceleration occurs as the observant individual picks up cues from the behavior of the initial discoverer. They have observed the sudden silence when your name is mentioned, the change in tone, and the palpable tension. Their curiosity is growing stronger, they are beginning to ask indirect questions, keenly observing responses and reading between the lines. Soon enough, one of them will falter, either by saying something inappropriate or by reacting too quickly when your name comes up. This slip will serve as your initial indication that people are aware of something concerning you, something you have not disclosed to them, something they were not meant to discover at this moment. When this occurs, you will perceive the shift immediately. The atmosphere will thicken, your intuition will heighten as you realize that your name is being discussed in conversations from which you were previously excluded. An emotional storm will ensue because the truth they have uncovered not only astonishes them, it frightens them. It challenges their perception of you and compels them to confront emotions or responsibilities they had chosen to ignore. Someone is coming to the realization that they misjudged you, that they underestimated your significance, and that they owe you more acknowledgement than they have provided. They are now wrestling with a mixture of guilt, confusion, fear, and urgency, an emotional turmoil that is volatile and likely to prompt impulsive actions. This could lead to unexpected confessions, explanations, inquiries, or sudden emotional outbursts. You may receive communications that feel heavier than usual or intuit someone seeking a deeper conversation. You may sense the energy of someone drawing closer to you, even if their words seem incongruous. These are signs that the truth has begun to infiltrate the cracks in their awareness. Prepare yourself for the days ahead, for they will not be tranquil but rather charged with energy. You may experience restlessness at night and wake feeling scrutinized, not in a menacing manner, but in a way that suggests someone is deeply contemplating you. You might notice a change in your heartbeat when someone's name crosses your mind. These sensations are intentional responses from your spirit to the emotional waves emanating from those who are now aware of your truth, amplified by the universe to ensure you do not overlook the unfolding events. Certain individuals may behave with unusual kindness, while others may come off as distant. Some may strive excessively to maintain normality, while one individual will react so strongly that you will finally grasp the depth to which this truth has affected them. Pay close attention, for this is the essence of the situation. The truth they have uncovered about you is not trivial, superficial, or easily forgotten. It alters dynamics, uncovers intentions, reveals loyalties, and necessitates pivotal decisions. It influences how people perceive, speak of, approach, and evaluate you. Its ramifications are powerful enough to transform connections irreversibly. Now that this truth has emerged, nothing around you will remain hushed. The upcoming 3 days will serve as a conduit through which this revelation draws nearer to you. Manifested through signs, reactions, and unexpected interactions. When it reaches you, it will unveil who supports you, who opposes you, who fears your ascent, and who is attracted to your resilience. Internalize this deeply, for the energy surrounding your life has transitioned from subtle to overt. It is now loud, intense, and vibrating with a truth that is no longer concealable. The individual who unearthed this information about you is grappling with an inner storm. They recognize they should have turned away, that they should have pretended they were oblivious, but they cannot. The truth looms too large, too revealing, and too intrinsically linked to you in ways they never anticipated. This truth now haunts them, as they incessantly replay the moment of discovery, seeking to understand why the universe allowed them, specifically, to unearth this knowledge. Each reflection deepens their realization: this was no mere accident, it was meant for me to witness. This understanding is propelling them toward a level of urgency they can no longer suppress. The pressure around you is tightening. For another individual, one who initially had no involvement, has begun to sense the tremors of this truth. Without hearing a single word or noticing the details, they are beginning to feel its presence. It has become apparent that something concerning you has come to light. Their instincts are heightened, and they have become notably more vigilant. They are observing you with increased scrutiny, attuned to your tone, your pauses, and your shifts in energy. There is now an awareness that revealing this truth too soon could jeopardize the plans of those who wish to impede your progress. This situation clarifies the heightened energy surrounding you, the oppressive atmosphere, and the swift emergence of significant signals. You find yourself in a moment where the universe is propelling you forward, while another struggles to adjust to the reality of your true identity. It is crucial to pay close attention because the universe is calling for your focus in the upcoming 3 days. Protect your energy. Manage your conversations with care, and stay alert to unexpected changes. Tune into sudden intuitive feelings. You may feel magnetically drawn to certain places while being pushed away from others. This is not mere coincidence, it reflects alignment, guiding you away from those who fear your truth and toward those who will support your ascent when the time for revelation comes. Heightened emotions, spiritual insights, mental clarity, or an unusual restlessness may accompany your experiences. These sensations signify that your spirit is attuned to something significant on the horizon. Whether it manifests as a confession, confrontation, message, or unforeseen insight, it will undoubtedly alter your course. Remain centered, vigilant, and focused. The challenges of the next 3 days are likely to test your strength, simultaneously revealing your power. Remember, this alert is not indicative of impending negativity, but rather a sign that something substantial is approaching, a transformation, a revelation, a truth awaits. This development has accelerated your timeline of destiny. The universe urges you to remain present, aligned, and composed. When the moment of realization arrives, when the individual appears, when the message is communicated, and when the unexpected event occurs, you will understand the significance of the events from the past 3 days. You will comprehend the necessity of safeguarding your energy and how the unfolding of your true self has initiated an irrevocable chain reaction. It is essential to listen carefully now, as the circumstances surrounding you have reached a point where nothing seems arbitrary anymore. Since the individual uncovered your truth, they have been unable to find peace, their thoughts incessantly cycling through the same questions: how did I miss this? How long has this been the case? What consequences will arise if this information becomes public? Their agitation stems not from the potential danger of the truth, but from its depth, greater than they had anticipated. They believed they knew you and understood your story, but their discovery has shattered their assumptions, forcing them to acknowledge your true value, role, and potential for ascendance. Now, they fear that others may uncover this truth before they can formulate their response. The connection this individual has with you runs deeper than you might anticipate. Their level of concern far exceeds what they outwardly express, and their fears are greater than they acknowledge. The recent shift surrounding your name has thrust them into an emotional upheaval that is difficult for them to conceal. You may notice an unexpected surge of protectiveness from someone. You may observe this person defending you in discussions where you are not present. You may also see them withdrawing while simultaneously watching you with even greater intensity. Such behaviors are not mere coincidences. They signify the truth stirring within their spirit before it ever reaches their lips. The real intrigue begins here, as the revelations they've uncovered do not simply pertain to you, they also unveil the intentions of someone else toward you. This individual, who believed themselves to be secure, thought that their covert thoughts or clandestine actions toward you would remain unnoticed. However, the revelations have drawn connections that they never intended to unite, leaving them frightened, afraid of being unveiled, losing their grip, losing access to you, and terrified that you will finally perceive their true nature. Over the next 3 days, this fear may precipitate erratic behavior. They may become excessively amiable, suddenly withdraw, attempt to monitor your actions, or seek to isolate you from others. Pay close attention to these changes. Fear often exposes the guilty long before the truth does. This is a crucial moment for your spirit, as you find yourself in an unchosen spotlight that has been cast upon you. The truth they have unearthed does not diminish your standing, rather, it elevates you, placing you on a higher pedestal. It compels individuals to confront what they have overlooked, dismissed, or underestimated. Those who once considered you ordinary are beginning to recognize your exceptional nature. Those who believed they could manipulate the narrative are realizing their control is slipping away. What was once perceived as insignificant is now understood to be central to the unfolding situation. This abrupt realization is causing seismic emotional shifts. Individuals may appear composed externally, yet they are grappling with inner turmoil. You need not take any action or utter a word. Your very silence is powerful enough to resonate within these spaces. Embrace this crucial understanding. The upcoming 3 days are not heralding chaos but rather clarity. You will discern the true faces of those around you, feel their genuine intentions, and hear the unsaid fears simmering within them. You will witness reactions that reveal who truly values you versus those who only feigned interest. Anticipate noticeable changes, someone seeking a conversation, another avoiding your gaze, an individual struggling to maintain composure, someone gathering intelligence, or another concealing their anxiety. These responses will serve as indicators that the truth they have uncovered about you is too potent to remain concealed. When this truth reaches you, and as someone finally articulates, slips, or crumbles under pressure, you will recognize that everything occurring at this moment is not against you but is, instead, aligning you for a greater purpose.